Hello and welcome to another episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. I'm your host SwampSwimmer, and with me, as always, is the Millie to my Vanilli, Vespasian.
Wow, digging deep. Hi, everybody.
I thought that was a good one.
That's a good one. I like it.
All right, so a couple bat reps ago, we talked about if Sherlock Holmes was a Ninth Age character, who would he be? I got a couple comments on YouTube saying that was pretty fun. So, for today's discussion, have you ever heard of a character called Arsene Lupin? He is a...
Yes.
Yeah, you have. He is a French...
The master thief.
Yes,
right?
he's a contemporary character of Sherlock Holmes in the same time frame, but he's the gentleman thief. He's the confidence man. He's the one who's robbing you, and you don't even know you got robbed.
Yeah.
So the master thief, the confidence man, who or what would that be in the Ninth Age world? I'm thinking like a dread elf, maybe? A dread elf assassin, but not really an assassin.
You know, the sneakiness of it sort of makes me want to say vermin. But you know, what's one thing that's interesting, which I think as the lore comes out more, you know, it seems like in Warhammer, the Skaven were like they were completely separate from every other society.
Yeah.
Like they only fought, right? Whereas the Vermin Swarm in Ninth Age feel like they're a little bit more kind of like a part of.
Yeah, like would a vermin swarm thief like be hired by someone in the Empire, or maybe even like the ogres or something, ogre cons or something like that, or not in the Empire. I'm sorry, the Empire Sunstall.
Yeah, I think that maybe. I mean, they you know they do trade, I believe, if I recall correctly, with other cultures. So maybe. Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, the Dread Elf background that got released makes them come off as very like slaver, kind of brutal, you know, and I don't see anybody going to like hire like a, you know, finesse sort of thief from a culture like that. So maybe it would be like a highborn elf or a
I could see.
Skull.
That's exactly, I was thinking highborn elf also, because it's like the gentleman thief isn't like just like a perfect sneaky guy getting through all the traps and stuff, but he's also like the con man, and he can be comfortable in a room of high society people and like pretend he's a noble when he's not, you know, kind of situation.
Like the kind of did you ever watch any of the I think there was like movies and shows based on the Scarlet Pimpernel character?
I don't
Did
know.
you ever hear of that?
No.
So I think, if I recall correctly, the Scarlet Pimpernel was supposed to be like a British either noble person or army officer who, you know, infiltrated the French during the war with Napoleon, or before or after the war with Napoleon, something like that. And you know, he you know, played this role of being this like very foppish nobleman, which was his cover for you know, for, you know, instigating all of these, you know, pro-British schemes essentially. And I could kind of see that in the highborn elf, you know.
That makes a lot of sense. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah,
cool. I gotta look up those stories. That's kind of interesting.
It's funny. I mean, it's like he comes off. He almost comes off as like a little bit of a Mr. Bean kind of a guy, like super silly and ridiculous. But then he's like this debonair, you know, spy. You know, it's kind of a neat character.
Very good call. I like it. But let's move on to the bat rep. I have a very, very special surprise for you. I have a bat rep of a real life game with models and dice and another person.
They do exist.
So I got in a practice game, a prep game for the Wicked GT, which I went to, with good old Joel down in the South Bay. Great guy. We gamed in his garage. There was a couple of the guys there. Thank you, Joel.
Awesome.
And I decided to bring out my good old Saurian Ancients and run a really unique list, which I will get to right now. We ran Frontline Clash with Capture the Flags. But let me welcome you to the skink gun line list.
And did you tweak this at all before,
So yeah,
after this game, but before Wicked?
after this game I did tweak it, which we'll get to at the end of the video.
Okay.
But so I ran Quaddle War on Alchemy, Double Aether Icon, Ancient Plaque, Jade Staff, Grasp the Immortal, Skink on a Palanquin with the Plaque of the Snake God, on Druidism with the book and Obsidian Rock, 5 Skink Captains, 4 of them are just paired weapon blowpipes, and 1 guy is paired weapon with the Wildfire Burst magic missile, magic weapon, magic bow. That's what I'm trying to say. Then I've got a block of 31 Braves with the Tree Frog Banner full command, 20 bows, 15 Poison Javelin, 24 Temple Guard, 15 Hunters with blowpipes, 15 Hunters with blowpipes, 10 Chameleons, and then 2 Thyros with the Sun Engine. So basically the whole concept of this list is, even in combat, shooting and in combat, just mass poison and then using the alchemy to assist that with getting with armor down. Corruption of Tin. In combat, I'm throwing Corruption of Tin and Glory of Gold, like our namesake on the show. So this is a pretty cool list. I'm super stoked about it. I think it's very unique. No one else is running anything like it. It's kind of what the old Skink Cloud used to be, but a new version of it. What do you think?
It's a very Kenyan list, right? Off meta. I mean, you know, under the premise of roll enough dice and something good is bound to happen. You know, I think this list kind of dials that up to 11.
This list is always, it's just basically roll 6s and win. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. I think, you know, the feedback I gave you on it is kind of, you know, what takes down the 1-up 4-up Cowboys, right? You know, you've got Spike, you've got 2 crush attacks, and that, you know, that's kind of it. So it does have some, I think, some weaknesses, but I think in the meta, like this, you know, Elves hate this, right? Monster Mash hates this. You know, I think you know, you've got some good answers for warriors, demons, right? Ogres. I mean, I think it's got a lot of really strong matchups. So if you get the right matchups and play it well, I think it should do well. Well, I guess we'll see.
We shall see. And Joel decided to bring out his Demon Legions, and he's running a Harbinger BSB on Divination, a Sentinel with a bunch of stuff I don't know what it means on Thaumaturgy.
Strixien is the makes him the big gigantic flying.
Oh, yeah. The big guy. And you'll see, by the way, Joel is an excellent painter, and I've got some pictures of his models. We'll get to that. And then he's running the Scourge. Yeah. It's Brimstone Secretions, Whipcrack Tail.
So he's immune to Divine and +1 to hit.
Let's see, core, he's got 17 imps with a Mark of the Eternal Champion, so he has the bounce spell. Not the bounce spell, but the one-shot hereditary spell. 30 Myrmidons, which are the old blood letters, with Whipcrack Tail. That's +1 to hit, right?
Yeah, correct.
3 Brazen Beasts, which Brazen Beasts are good, with Chitinous Scales, but I don't know what that is.
5-up armor. Well, I guess technically it's +2 armor. I can't remember if they have any base, but it would add +2 to their armor or whatever it is base. I think they don't have any, so it gives them a 5-up.
6 Eidolons with the Aura of Despair, and then they're the Wizard Conclave, so they have Face Judgment and Hand of Heaven. 5 Hellhounds with a Digestive Vomit. Hope Harvester, Engine of Damnation, Segmented Shell. That's the basically big guy who's a shooter.
Yeah, and the Segmented Shell halves multi-wounds, I think, if I recall correctly.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. And then the Titan Slayer Chariot with a Stiff Upper Lip.
Yeah, Stiff Upper Lip, I want to say, is minimized break checks, or something like that. Yeah.
But basically, it's the impact hits, multi-wound impact hits that's
Against towering.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for yours, it's really just the Thyros, and they have a 1-up, and its impact hits are only 8%.
The Thyros aren't even towering presence.
Oh, they're not. Oh, so then you don't care about that thing at all. Okay, that's good.
So you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm a little rusty on taking bat rep pictures, but it kind of jumps around a little bit. But this is my magic selection for the Quaddle. So I've got Word of Iron, Glory of Gold, Silver Spike, and the Hereditary.
Yep.
This is a little bit of a bad matchup for him because there's not much armor on the table. And then he has the Bounce Spell Healing Waters. And then the Druidism Depth has to take Healing Waters, Summer Growth, Master of Earth, another magic missile there.
Yeah, makes sense.
He took Hand of Heaven, Fate's Judgment. He has the Spear, Wrath of God, Smite the Unbeliever, Cleansing Fire. I'm not sure what is on which, but
so Fates and Hand are on the Conclave automatically. I think.
And then the rest of the 4 are on the Sentinel.
He's got the Spear on the Champ, and then I guess he took the Spear on the Sentinel too, and then he took the other 3 on the Sentinel.
So basically, I'm pretty scared of Wrath of God, but everything else is nothing crazy.
He's got a lot of range damage, but you don't have great spear targets really. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the deployment. First off, let's take a look at Joel's models. This is his Sentinel model. Sorry for the bad resolution.
It's so cool.
But it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's like a Shiva looking, kind of, really neat.
I love that model so much, and he paints so well.
His Scourge is also gorgeous. He's got that, I think it's that creature caster Scourge. Yeah, so cool. Beautiful.
So he's got the Eidolons on the far left, the Scourge, the Hope Harvester, the block of Eidolons, Sentinel, the Hellhounds, the Imps with his BSB in it, the Brazen Beasts, and the Titan Slayer Chariot on the right here. I cornered a little bit. Basically, this is my block of Temple Guard with the Quaddle. This is the Skink Blender. Yes! Go Skink Blender. So this is the unit of Skinks with the Druidism Wizard on the Palanquin in the back, and then 5 Skink characters on the front row there. This is one of my Skink Hunters. The other Skink Hunter, you can see just the edge of him here on the border, but they're over on the right here. 2 blocks of bows, the Javelins up front, the 2 Thyroscutuses, and then the 1 unit of Chameleons scouted on right here.
The Hunters have Javelins or
I gave them blowpipes, yeah.
So that's double tap, right?
That's double tap, so that's 30 shots out of each one of those
30
units.
Shots. Jesus, okay. God, the Scourge could not have asked for a worse matchup. Yeah. God. Okay.
Let's see here. So this is top of 1, which is my turn. So on the left, I line up some fleeing shenanigans on the left here. And then on the right, I throw the Thyroscutus up to take to be bait for anyone to charge. That's my movement phase. Ignore that. In the magic phase, I get a sneaky Spark of Creation off on the Brazen Beast and do well. I kill a whole Brazen Beast.
Just gotta let something through.
Oaken Throne goes up, and I get, after doing regular Healing Waters on this guy, I do Bounce Spell Healing Waters on him. Because I've got the double Healing Waters. So he's sitting out there, my bait, with a 1-up, 4-up, basically. Yeah, I think this is the way to use Thyros, but we'll get to that. So, and then in the shooting phase, I get 1 wound off on this guy with poison, and then it goes on to his turn. Bottom 1. So he takes a charge with the Scourge into my Chameleons. I flee all the way through and end up right here. And then I believe he fails his redirect and decides not to charge with the Hope Harvester because he wants to shoot with it. That's what happens.
Yeah. I buy that.
So he
Okay.
wanted to redirect into these hunters, but it didn't happen. And then so there's that. There's the failed charge. And then he also charges with both the Brazen Beast and the Titan Slayer Chariot into the Thyro. So this is what I wanted. This is the test out if this Thyro can take that with the healing waters up.
I think it can.
Let's see here. This is his movement phase. He kind of tucks up behind the hill. Doesn't move his imps because he wants to shoot with them, and then he rushes his what are these guys called again?
Hellhounds.
Hellhounds.
Right.
Thank you. Puts them right up in front of my bows to prevent the counter charge with my temple guard. So a little bit of I chaff myself in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so what happens here? Yeah, he magics. I think he does. He gets a really good roll of Hand of Heaven on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kills 6 of them, and they panic and go here.
Okay.
He gets speared off, kills 2 guys, 2 little temple guards, no big deal. And then he gets the good old combat off, right in the middle of my lines.
What did you stop?
I don't remember. I think he was just rolling hot, and I was rolling hot also. I got a lot of spells off also. And remember the 2 extra void tokens with demons.
Yeah, that's big. Wow. Okay.
So in this combat, he gets me down to 1 wound. He does 4 wounds.
That's honestly probably better than could have been expected.
Yeah. And I do nothing back to him, but I stick because my general's in range and he's stubborn.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so top of 2, my turn. I don't move very much. I rally everyone here, and then everyone just shuffles a little bit.
Did he get any work done on the skink star with the shooting?
Oh yeah, I think that was from the Eidolons here.
Okay, and the Hope Harvester.
Oh, the Hope Harvester, yes.
Okay.
But not much. It's only 3 skinks dead. It's nothing big.
Yeah.
I move up. He dispels my Throw, and I put it back up again. And I get Summer Growth off on this guy, which heals, since he's only a large cavalry. The unboosted version. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He takes away my Oaken Throne. Don't worry about that. The unboosted version, he gets 2 wounds on him, so he gets back up to 3.
Nice.
I think that's a big combo in this list. The Summer Growth with the Thyros and the Skink Hunters is such a good combo.
Mm.
In the shooting phase, I focus all the shooting on the Hellhounds and just destroy them.
Yep.
All right, so in combat here, he does 0 wounds to me, and I crush attack his Titan Slayer Chariot and one-shot it.
Oh, wow. Brutal. Okay.
And then I think he still survives. He doesn't die from combat res.
Yeah.
Bottom of 2. This is where we are. And he doesn't do any charges. He just moves around. He moves his Scourge out of my charge arc of my Skink Blender.
Mm-hmm.
And then moves up everywhere else and wants to continue magicking and shooting me.
Yeah.
Oh, in my magic phase, the comet does not drop.
Okay.
He gets Cleansing Fire off on himself, and that's the only thing he gets off. I think I definitely missed some shots here, but then he Cleansing Fired my unit, my Skink Blender.
Yeah,
So
we can see what's left. Oh yeah, it does a decent amount.
It does a good chunk there.
Okay.
So my top of 3, this is where we are. This is what I do. So I move. So here's the other combo with Summer Growth I love. I moved the Skink Hunters over here to shoot at the Scourge, but put them 3 wide, so if I grow them back, I could be 3 wide and back to where I was.
Okay.
I basically turned to face over here. I'm not afraid of him charging me. Either one of these guys charging me because of the amount of poison coming out of this unit.
Mm-hmm.
And I start pushing my hunters up on the right to try to take care of some of these guys, the imps up here.
Mm-hmm.
I get Summer Oaken thrown up again, and that's exactly what I do. I use my dice to Summer Growth this unit, so now they're shooting 30 shots instead of 18.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I love. That Summer Growth can grow back theoretically 14 poison shots.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Let's see here. So in my magic phase, the comet drops. He rolls. It's 2 tokens on there, I believe, or 3, and he rolls. I don't know, like something like a 2 or a 3, and it doesn't hit my Thyro, and it doesn't hit the skink blender. All it hits is the bows and my temple guard.
Okay, yeah. Bad luck for him. That could have been big.
So I walk up in the shooting, 30 bow shots, and the guys on the Thyro and my skink characters all shoot at him and do 6 wounds. Don't kill him.
Wow. Brutal.
Let's see, bottom of 3. This is where we are, and then so he takes the charge into them. I forget what I do here. Yeah, I decide to just flee and take the loss because he doesn't want to charge the front of this unit, and that's his only real other charge location, except for here, and this is too long of a charge.
Okay.
So I just flee off the board.
Doesn't look that bad. Okay.
He tries to redirect into the Thyro and fails. Or fails to make it on the charge. Let's see here. Oh, okay. And then in his shooting phase, his Hope Harvester like goes bonkers, like goes absolutely bonkers, and kills my Skink Blender unit, the rank and file guys, down to a man, and then they flee.
Oh.
So now this is a unit of just 6 characters hanging out together.
Wow, that's pretty lights out. I mean, I guess it is twos to wound, so makes sense.
So in my turn, top of 4. I take the charge into the side here because I'm missing every time I try to do the crush attack into these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Charge in there to take care of them.
Yep.
That's my only charge. And I rally everyone over here. Movement phase, I throw the bows up to take. They're a little forward. They're actually on the top of the center of the hill. The Myrmidons.
Mm-hmm.
Throw them up here to take the charge so they can't charge the flank of these guys. And then I just set up more poison into the Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh.
So this is I'm 4 dicing on the 1 card phase. And I 4 diced, I believe, Summer Growth to get these guys back to full strength to raise 4 guys, and I rolled 666.
Not worth it. Wow. Okay, that's a shame.
Yeah, it was a shame. It was a shame. That was basically, and I got Glory of Gold off on these guys, so now they're re-rolling to wound on them.
Yeah.
Poison. Take that last one off the Scourge. Buy a Scourge. Didn't even get into combat. I love it.
Goodbye. Wow.
And then I blow up the Brazen Beasts here.
Yep.
So bottom of 4. What is he measuring at? He's thinking about shooting.
You should just go over and kill all the skink characters with that engine.
Yeah, probably.
Well, nice little packet of points there, right? That like with BSB. Is your BSB in there?
No, the BSB is the Quaddle.
Okay.
So that's
like
85
like
plus
points.
the magic item. 85 plus the magic.
Yeah.
85 a piece plus the magic item.
Yeah.
So
okay.
what happens here is interesting. His sentinel charges my skinks here. At first, we both forget that he causes terror, and I stand and shoot, and I do 4 wounds to the sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, this is fantastic. He's like, oh yeah, terror check.
Nice.
Failed it. Like, damn it, I was so close.
Wow, that would have been awesome. Yeah.
And then he redirects into something else super far away and doesn't make it. He charges in here to my bows I left. I use his chaff.
Yep.
In the shooting phase, he shoots at this guy, at the thyroid.
What? Okay.
And does 2 wounds. Same with... Oh, no. I forget where he shoots. But no, these guys, the Eidolons shoot into him, and they're perfect because the Eidolons have that special rule where you can't have armor better than a 5+ against the shooting attacks.
Right.
So yeah, that's how he snuck in 2 wounds
So
there.
that's a good target for them, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
He blows up the bows except for one guy. He flees. He decides not to pursue because of my temple guard are right there.
Mm-hmm.
Top of 5. Go in with the temple guard, of course. Into the front.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only charge. Everything else sets up to poison the Hope Harvester.
Did he not cast any magic in that last turn?
I don't think he did. He didn't get anything off. It was a bad phase for him.
Wow,
So yeah,
okay.
well, actually, that's a good question. When you're taking pictures of a recorded game, should I take pictures of fail casts also? I've just been doing successful casts.
I think successful is the best because then you know what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, when I do my in-person games, I'm lucky to get a picture after the movement phase for each turn, so I can't be too critical. But
and I believe I do rally my skinks over here on the right. In this magic phase, I get pretty lucky. I get Word of Iron and Glory of Gold off on my temple card, so they're a 1-up armor save re-rolling to wound, and another AP, but that doesn't matter. I think he stopped my the healing waters on these guys. That's what he uses dice on.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, the bounce spell healing waters. And I do a boatload of wounds. That was him before, and he does about 2 wounds to me.
Ouch.
What happens here? Nothing else happens. I don't do any wounds over here? I don't remember what happens right now. Oh wait, so this jumped to his phase. He gets Cleansing Fire off on his BSB here.
Okay.
It does a Fate's Judgment, kills 3 chameleons back here.
Mm-hmm.
In this combat, I kill more, but I remember he rolled twice really good with his break test. Because he's got the BSB also, and he didn't crumble at all. But I'm still just killing guys left and right.
Yeah.
So this is top of turn 6. I basically step up with all my poison shots on the left and put all the poison into the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken wounds. I just don't remember how many. I did more than just that one in the first turn. I think his wound token is just behind the model there. And yeah. Magic phase, I get Word of Iron off and Healing Water, so they're a 1-up, 4-up.
Wow. Joel.
And the poison kills the Hope Harvester.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. But these Eidolons are going to for sure kill the Thyroscutus in next turn.
Yeah.
And then I punk the Eidolons finally. Or the Myrmidons, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom of his turn, he makes a long bomb charge with his Sentinel into my Thyra, who has 3 wounds left. So basically, we're going to try to crush attack each other and see who wins.
Yeah.
And also, I stepped up over here to try to poison the Sentinel, and I don't do anything in this shooting phase. And then I give him my flank, and I just kind of threw away these points, hoping to kill him. Because I think, really, if my dice spike with poison, I can one-shot a Sentinel.
Yeah. Potentially, for sure. And there that unit's only 250 points, right? So
yeah, 250.
you sacrifice 250 with the possibility of getting like 800. I mean, that's not bad. Okay.
Shooting phase, he kills the Thyro off on the left here.
Okay.
And then the crush attack, he hits, but then he only does 2 wounds.
And bad luck.
And I don't hit, and that's the end of the game. So
Okay.
that was a really, I had a really great time. Thank you, Joel, again.
Yeah, that
Ends
looks
up
like a
being
fun
17-3 for the Saurian Ancients.
Yeah. Nice. Well, good proof of concept for the list and the magic phase. I mean,
Yeah, I'm really.
I mean, I think this is a green verging on purple for you. But yeah, I mean, still performed well, which is good.
Yeah, I think it was a great matchup for me. I'm loving the list. I got a little unlucky with miscasting with my druidism priest, but I think I played it right and it was a good matchup for me, so I'm happy with the 13-7 or 17-3.
Yeah, good work.
Any last thoughts? Parting words?
No, I mean, I think that he either needed to play the game down a scourge, right, or lose the scourge, right, which means that you're automatically up like 20% in points, right? So I think it would be an uphill slog for him. I think he played it fine. I probably, if I'd been him, I would have been tempted to just hide the scourge and maybe just try to like blast and go for what was the capture the flags. Yeah, maybe just try to blast and go for an objective draw or win. But yeah, he tried to go for it, and he actually got close with deleting the skink blender on the left. That was big. So
yeah,
no, good game.
It was a good game. We'll talk in the next video about my choices for with my list I'm going to take to the tournament, but it's a variant of this list.
Nice.
But everyone,
yeah, I know you're into it. So
I am into it. I love it. It's unique and it's fun.
For those that can't already tell, with SwampSwimmer, he is a list theme first kind of a guy, which I admire. I think every year you can kind of rely on him to be bringing something very off meta, which is I think can catch people out and is good. So I was glad to see your creative juices kind of get flowing for this year and come up with a new Saurian list. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
But if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and everyone have a good evening.
Later.